Good evening and tonight, viewers. It's Three Roads Gaming, here with more Let's Play Breath of the Wild. Last time, I promised to get the dragon horn. Well, today we've learned that the best place to find the dragon is here in Faron. But I need a map, so I'm going to look for Faron Tower. I'm going to get up as high as possible. The thing about Faron Tower is that it requires you also to get up pretty damn high. Also, as befitting of a rainforest, it rains here quite a bit. Alright, I know it's in the jungle area. Maybe I'm too high up. Is that a tower? That looks like a tower. No, they're past that tree. It looks like a tower. Alright, perfect. We were able to get up very high. I am here for getting up very high. That is a thunder wizrobe. Might cause a storm to happen. Also, we did some serious grinding. Well, my wife did some serious grinding because she rocks. She likes foraging. I'm in it for the story progression. Yes. Our various styles of autism complement one another very well. That is indeed a tower. Which is good. It's good that, you know, it's not raining. Alright, Rivali, do your magic. Excellent. I see where the Lionel is it? I mean, I think I could take one at this point, but I don't care about the Hinox. I'll show one of them off on screen at some point, but that time is not now. Okay, yeah, that shrine right there is where my red point is. There's just something wholesome about beating the shit out of those guys. Here we are, Faron Tower. The official tower of cross-dressing pirates. Wait, that's Ferris Tower. Excellent. Now I can look for Riola Spring. Alright, so now we look for Riola Spring, which I think is one of the ones that's already... Here we are. And there's a shrine right there. Excellent. So you can just kill time by a fire. If it just so happens that it's raining, which is a definite possibility here. Just duck into a cave and make a fire in there. But at 5 a.m. is around when we can expect Farosh. Okay. We want precision archery for this, so we're going to go with the ancient bow. Also, you want the thunder helm. Might as well do the champion tunic. Ain't going to do no climbing here. Alright. Let's set up a fire. Ah. Well, fine. There we are. When Link sits around the fire, he sits around the fire. Okay, Farosh should... There we are. Okay. Excellent. Alright, cool. The beauty part about Farosh's updraft is it restores you to full. Also, if you don't have the Thunder Helm, those electric jobs will absolutely knock you on your ass. Oh shit. We want regular arrows. Do I have stamina, Chow? I hit the horn. I think. Alright, so we want to pay attention to where it lands. I like when it lands on land. Should be a shard of his horn. Yes! I need 2 of these! So, we are gonna... I ain't saying no to this. I want to see what'll happen if I throw them into the water. I mean, it's not like they drop diamonds or nothing. There you are, buddy. Take a swim. I could hop in the water and use the Zora armor, but Okay, so I think here is a pretty good place to start a fire. Let me just look for an area that is not surrounded by grass. Like right here. Okay, well that wood is definitely not suitable for the making of a fire. Now that wood will become a beautiful tree. Okay, excellent. Farosh is going to do his thing. Because this is where he spawns out of every morning at 5 a.m. There we are. Riola Spring as opposed to Ricola Spring. I used to use Ricola. Just a few too many carbs for how often I was having them. It's a shame because they had just the right amount of menthol. The Hull's Mountain Menthol Zero Sugar have 0 carbs, but dear God, it's like sucking on pure, unadulterated menthol. Also, Ricola has all them herbs. Sounds legit. Herbs you've never heard of. Like, oh, there's Neuron root in this. Okay, sure, that sounds good. And I'm gonna hold on to my ancient bow for future. They are so bunny-like. It kind of sits like a bunny. Alright. I'm not going to sit there and gawk over this little bunny. I'm not going to hurt it, though. I mean, it's not like it gives you much in the way of money. If you are going to harm one for monetary gain, first off, I hate you, and second off, use a spear. Like, it's not...
Sneak up on it.
Yeah. Sneak up on it. Yes. Because it's not about quality, it's about quantity. It's about the number of hits. And you get the most number of hits with a spear. Alright. Yes. Alright. Now for the next one, we're going to need a shard of Nadra's horn, which is going to be a bit of a challenge. I'll deal with the rest of the... Well, I'll get up the Hylian hood. Though I'm just probably going to stick with the cold weather gear for where I'm going. Though before I go there, I am going to get the final fairy, because thanks to the hunting and foraging, I have an embarrassment of riches. I mean that literally. I can sell all these gems, get well over 10 grand. Alright, let's shield surf. Up. That's the part where Tony Hawk's Pro Skater would say, like, stay in school or something. Anyway.
If you're good at skating, just stay in school.
It's true. I think that's the joke. Alright, let's clean this lady out of her money. Alright. Wow, okay. Okay. Damn. Well, I always do feel super poor after the 10,000. I'm not gonna have that issue here. Okay, we are friggin' loaded. And now we've cleaned this poor lady out. Oh well. Let's see here. There. I'm gonna rest up. Take the soft bed. Noon, sure. Get our 3 hours. But it's not like... Nadra is not like Farosh, where we can just, you know, go immediately hunt her. Rather, we will have to go do a thing. But first, I do want to get that last fairy. I'm going to go to Tanakosa because I believe it's very close to Tabantha Tower. I basically want Tabantha Tower because... Well, you'll see. Once I have Tabantha Tower, it'll be obvious what I'm going for here. Oh yeah, another thing about the Scimitar of the Seven, since it's one of the legendary weapons. Oh yeah, one of the memories. Fine. If any of the legendary weapons break, you can go back to whatever civilization they're associated with. Talk like their stuff maker or whatever, and they can make you another one. Usually requires like a weaker item and a diamond. The only one I really think that is worth remaking is the Great Eagle Bow. Yeah, I see the tower right there. Alright, sure. This is an earlier memory, so Link and Zelda still Zelda still kind of hates Link. But throughout the memories, you see her kind of grow more fond of him. To the point that you might argue that it's theoretically possible that she wants his bod. Alright. That's a Guardian Skywatcher. We don't want to deal with him. If I had ancient arrows, maybe. But I don't, so I won't.
Felt like him.
It's true. What the hell? Weird. Something was up with my camera. There we are. Got a cold darner. Yeah, the tower might be high up enough that I might need cold weather gear. I don't remember. So is my head. Like, I have the maximum necessary. Okay. Double kill. Except not really. Do I have a worse bow? I probably don't. The worst bow I have is the other duplex bow. And I haven't used it, so it's at full capacity. Whoop. That's fun.
Rivali's gale is now ready.
Excellent. Come on, boys. There. I don't really feel like fighting them, so I won't. Can't really get up here anyway. Okay. What's the sauce here? Or I can just go through here. Okay, I remember what to do here. This malice here is kind of load-bearing. So once I clear it off, I find the eye and clear it off. One of these malices is load-bearing. Didn't see the eye. You know, there's another fix for this. Rivali fixes all. Yeah, but what you're supposed to do, one of the malices supporting one of those pillars is really load-bearing. So once you beat the eye, it'll fall in such a way where you can get onto the tower. Or you can just use Rivali's Gale. Either or. Ah, fine. Just want to climb. You know, I could. I don't know if that makes me use less stamina, though. It's true. Boom. There we are. Alright, and... Well, again... You'll see what I'm driving at once I regain control. So if we look down, not there. Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, I would have looked there again. It's kind of tough to see if you're not on the tower, but here it is in all its glory. The final fairy fountain. Also, there's a lot of luminous stones nearby that I'm gonna grab. Not as many plant-based goodies as some of the others. Definitely a few, and some Endura carrots. Alright. Here we are with the final fairy. ₹10,000. Here you are. I believe this is the single largest expenditure in the game. But it's worth it. Now that I have all 4 fairies, I can up my armor to the max. But I need the raw materials.
The raw.
That is true. The Flamebreaker armor. Do we have the helmet and boots? Alright then. I'm gonna wait until I buy the whole set. Not yet. Yeah, she's pretty legit. I like how all of them are near a warp area.
I also like the one in
Yeah, it's very
Very
Rococo.
marine.
Let them eat cake. Okay, so as you see, we got the silver bokoblins now. If you beat up a silver enemy, it'll drop like a gem of some kind. So making money just got a lot easier. Okay, I'm gonna go to Kakariko here. Actually, I want to go to Terrytown first because I'm going to need a lot of arrows. Don't skimp on the arrows. The first time I did this, all I had was a boomerang that I had to keep grabbing again. God, if I didn't pull it off. Yes, let's get lots of arrows. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm now lousy with arrows. Second thing, you want your cold weather gear. Would be quicker. I honestly think that probably quicker to go through here. Switch to the scimitar of the 7. Royal claymores for breaking stuff. Ooh, is that... Thought that was a grabbable item. I was right. Oh wow, there's a Korok thing. So for these, what you do is you make a match, which that means that goes in. Come on. Oh wait, no. Goes in here. Sometimes the hitbox on it is very imprecise. Damn, I need to pay Hestu a visit. That's not really worth it. That ore deposit. Odds are this gentleman will be the first Yiga that you come across. If you immediately run into him. Alright. Now the baddies here are probably going to be markedly tougher than what I encountered before. We can still have a really good time. Okay. That was fun. Still rocking the same old crappy weapons. Anyway, I might have mentioned this, but if you hit someone out of ice, it's double damage. And I don't want him to go into the water. There we are. Good times. You know, I should be... What I really ought to be doing is breaking these open for the sweet, sweet innards therein. Ooh. Lots of arrows, lots of apples. Wow, 15 whole rupees. We are just shitting in high cotton now. Alright. Go back to the Royal Halberd. There's a shrine behind that waterfall. I'll do shrines probably in a couple episodes. Because I want to... Yeah. They are. There's a silver Lizalfos. Ugh. Leave me alone. That's fine. I don't care. Ooh, is that a ruby? Oh, wow. Oh. It's also easy to stun lock an enemy with a spear. Okay. Those guys are worth killing. Alright, there's no bokoblins there. Weird. What?
That was.
Oh, alright, you went through there. Okay. That makes sense. Yes, Lanairu Promenade.
Welcoming us.
Oh, there's this guy. Jesus. Alright, so here's where we encountered our first memory. Also gonna do an episode where I get the memories. Show y'all where they are. One of them will involve me going to Hyrule Castle. And there's an item that I want to get there. Anyway, this here is Mount Lanairu. A silent shroom. But it is deadly.
Eventually there would be a Lionel here in this.
Yeah, my wife took care of the Lionel. Spicy peppers. Anyway, once you get in here, you gotta be in level 2 cold weather here. But I think I'm going to show this mountain off next time. Here on Let's Play Breath of the Wild. It's been Three Roads Gaming. Sure, I'm glad the road brought you here. Hope it brings you back my way again soon. Have a good one, everybody.